What's going on, my BTC fam? We are back. It is May 30th. We are live now with our weekly update. I just want to go over a few things that happened last week, kind of get our community back and going for our weekly update. Today, we start the NBA Finals. I personally think the Warriors are going to definitely get it, but who knows? Kawhi could get one. I think if Kevin Durant does not come back, the Warriors will win, but I think it'll be in 7 games. That's my hot take, and the reason why is because Kawhi Leonard has shown time in and time again that he is clutch, so he's going to make it happen. He's not going to choke in the fourth quarter, and that he can defend. And I think that's what teams kind of lack against the Warriors. They have so much ball movement that it's super tough to defend the way they play. But Kawhi, I think, is going to be able to shut down one of their star players and make them have to win with somebody that's not their best player, whether it's Steph, Clay, or KD coming back. And I think they could steal a game or two. Stanley Cup Finals is such a toss-up for me. I had the Blues in 6. The Bruins won the first game. I went back to thinking the Bruins were going to win in 6 or 5 even, and the Blues won again last night. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Just comment below. Kind of tell me what you think. I just want to kind of start that conversation with you guys, see what everyone else is feeling. Let's have some fun with that. And then our account update challenge. We are at $1,007. So basically break even. Obviously not what you guys want to hear. Not what we want to hear. But we are starting to get some traction. As you guys seen, we've had some up and downs going so far. We will eventually get traction and just continuously go up. Obviously, there'll be some down days, but if we're overall winning for the next couple of weeks and months, you will see that progress. You will see that bankroll increase. That is what we're going to do. We're going to make that happen going forward here. With that being said, I want to go over a couple of our picks last night. Well, really just one. So I was, just to give you guys a heads up, Phil has been up for basically the last 72 hours. He hasn't slept for a minute, and that's because he's running so much analytical data, starting new algorithms, using old algorithms, trying to figure out why these plays just weren't hitting and what we need to kind of shift in order for the plays to start hitting again. And I think we're onto something here. But basically the White Sox game last night, right? So the White Sox ended up winning by 1. They were up huge early. And that game was a game that had reverse line movement, as in the sharp bettors, so people they call wise guys, were taking that game and moving the money. And then there's a lot of other stuff that you can look into that you can find that were trends. One of the big ones that I wanted to have happen was Tim Anderson come back healthy. He'd been scratched for the last 4 games. That's statistically been one of their better hitters. Actually, their best, but McCann just took over as their best. But he's been their best while he's been playing. And of course, what does he do? He hits the game-winning double. So that kind of stuff does actually end up all adding up if you can find more and more value. That's the kind of stuff we look for, just to give you guys a heads up on how that came about. There's a ton of value there, and the analytical stuff lined up and all the trend stuff lined up. So obviously we take it there. Like I said, though, just comment below what we're thinking about our finals for both hockey and basketball. Baseball, the reason why I have had some people ask me, like, why are we only really doing baseball? We have, why aren't we doing NBA finals and NHL? A lot of that stuff, NBA finals used to be a little bit easier to bet. The reason the Warriors have basically annihilated all trends. A lot of things, it's really hard to look at historical data. It's really hard to run numbers because of the Warriors. I'm not even going to lie to you. Hockey is a little bit one of the hardest sports to bet as well, because everyone has their puck's chance of going in, and a lot more mistakes happen, penalties happen, and stuff that really affect games more than any other sport. And then obviously baseball's actually statistically the easiest sport to bet analytically. So that's why we're sticking with it. It's always shown to profit the most numbers, and we're going to stick with that until other seasons that come along that are a little bit more profitable, and we'll start to add them in. We do have a premium today. I'm hoping this hits because I really want us to gain some traction, guys. I know it's been super frustrating. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I know, I get it, but it eventually does catch traction. We've been doing this long enough that we've seen it happen. We have our runs up and down, but we definitely have more ups than downs, and that's all you need to have. And I'm going to continue to reiterate that, guys. And we have a lot more coming up for it. We have a website that's going to come up, so I'm going to hype that up because that thing is going to be awesome. It's going to make everything easier to fit on the eyes. It's going to make everything easier to access. It's going to make everything easier to follow, and then we're even trying to make an app to make everything even more easy for those of you that are betting mobile. I myself am super excited about this mentorship and this apprenticeship. These things are going to be huge for us, but I also want you guys to kind of comment below on what you guys think is what we're missing. Like, what do you guys want to see? What are there other things that you guys would like to see that would give you value? Things you want to see in these videos, things you want to see in our picks, different things like that. We obviously, you guys know we're a close knit community. We're not going to take offense to it. We want to see what you guys want. We're going to try to add that stuff in. So please comment below today, instead of just type in LFG or anything like that. Comment below either what you're thinking about the finals or what you are wanting to see us do. Lastly, Michael Soto, you are our last week's video winner, so make sure you DM us. You have 24 hours to DM us on Instagram and claim that PayPal $100 prize. We will be running it again this week. Like I said, what I want to see you guys doing is commenting below things you want, things you need in our videos or in just our company in general, and then liking our last photo on Instagram and doing all that stuff on Instagram as well, keeping up with us. But again, we have our plays out already. Premium plays out. We're hoping to catch this momentum and keep it going. And I will see you guys next week, and we'll come up with some more stuff to make sure that we are doing everything we can to keep winning. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week.